Very good morning to all my kids. Welcome to my online e-learning classes. Students, myself Richa Shrivastava. I am your science teacher. I am going to start today's video. As you know that chapter 15 in science we have done the explanation and the exercise, means all the question and answer. The remaining part is only the hard words and the define the following terms. So that these two things we will do in today's video. We will cover it in today's video and you have to do in the classwork fair copy. So almost 10 hard words are there and some define the terms are also. So define the terms constitute a important part of the examination paper because they comes in the under the short type of answer or directly in the define the terms heading, almost carrying 2 marks for each define the term. So it is very important, children. So please do it in your classwork fair copy, and some diagrams are also given. I have given some diagrams also which you have to make it in your classwork fair copy in on the blank side. Okay, you know now the interleaf copy. You have to make a interleaf copy for science as you are making from the starting of all the classes, in all the classes. So without any delay, let us start today's video, children. Very good morning to all my kids. Welcome to our online e-learning classes. Student, as you know that we have done our chapter 15, all the question and answer, means we have completed our exercise, and so some portion has been left which are the hard words of this chapter. These are some hard words of this chapter 15, some natural phenomena, and of course the define the following terms, or we can say the keywords which has been given at the last of this chapter. Okay, so these define the following terms are very important for the examination purpose. I will start it. So there are some hard words, at least 10 hard words are there. First is woolen, polythene, scientist, accumulation, balloon, electroscope, cardboard, vehicle, lightning and earthquake. These are certain words which are hard. Okay. After that, so learn all the spellings. Please learn all the hard words, especially the spelling. It is important. Okay. Now let's define the following terms. The first word is lightning. So lightning, the process of electric discharge between clouds and the earth or between different clouds causes lightning. Lightning strike could destroy life and property. So lightning is what? The process of electric discharge. When the electric discharge occur or will take place between the clouds, or clouds between the clouds and the earth, or between the two different clouds, causes lightning. Okay, this is very destructive process. It destroy the life and the property. Okay, the next is lightning conductor. Lightning conductor is a device used to protect building from the effect of lightning. Remember this, lightning conductor are always installed, or we can say it is installed in the buildings, especially the multi-story buildings, to protect the building from the lightning effect. And there are an iron rod which is implanted or installed in the buildings. Okay, so this is lightning conductor, which is a protective device. We can say a protective rod, iron rod. Next is earthquake. So an earthquake is a sudden shaking or trembling of the earth. Earthquake is caused by a disturbance deep inside the earth's crust. So you know we have a different we have internal structure of the earth in the book. It is given, and so many parts are there. But earthquake is what? A sudden shaking. When the earth immediately starts shaking or it trembles. It causes a disturbance in the layers. Okay, and when the disturbance of the layer reaches in the form of waves in the uppermost layer to the uppermost layer or to the crust area, then we feel the shaking of earth, and this is known as earthquake. Shaking of earth is known as earthquake, or trembling of earth is known as earthquake. Now the next hard word is the Richter scale. So the power of an earthquake is expressed in terms of magnitude on a scale called the Richter scale. Actually, as I told you that everything is measured, okay, and for keeping the record we have to measure all the things, whether the length, whether the breadth, whether the rainfall, amount of rain, heat, temperature, everything has been measured. And for measuring these things we have certain scales. There is a scale like meter, which by which we can measure the length, the temperature, degree and Celsius. So similarly, a Richter scale is the scale which is used to measure the magnitude of the earthquake. Okay, so really destructive earthquake have magnitudes higher than 7 on the Richter scale. Means if a Richter scale, means if it is a scale and there are certain points 1 2 3 4 5 numbers are given like the scale, like a normal scale, if the measurement, if the magnitude of the earthquake is or will be more than 7 or higher than 7, it means that earthquake will be a very destructive, the earthquake will be very destructive type of earthquake. So this is a Richter scale. Now earthing, the process of transfer of charge from a charged body to the earth. Okay, this is called earthing, right? Next is seismic or fault zones. The boundaries of the plates are the weak zones where earthquakes are more likely to occur. Means the boundaries of the plates. You know the plates. There are plates, tectonic plates. These plates having boundaries where the tendency or the possibility of earthquake will be more, means they are more, the areas are boundary areas are more prone or more susceptible for earthquake. So this zone, the weak zones, are also known as seismic or fault zones, because in that boundary line, in that boundary area, the tendency of the earthquake or the earthquake will be more prone, or the possibility of earthquake will be higher. So that zone is known as seismic or fault zone. Now the next is the seismograph. The tremors produce waves. Tremors means shock. The tremors produce waves on the surface of the earth. It is understood. I think these are the lines which having a clear cut meaning. The tremors or the shock produces waves on the surface of the earth. These are called seismic waves. The waves are recorded by an instrument called the seismograph. Seismograph is what? It is an instrument which records the waves. Okay. Seismic waves are recorded by an instrument which is known as seismograph. The instrument is simply a vibrating rod or a pendulum which starts vibrating when tremors occur. A pen is attached to the vibrating system. The pen records the seismic waves on a paper which moves under it. By studying these waves, scientists can construct a complete map of the earthquake. They can also estimate its power to cause destruction. Okay, this is seismograph. So I hope you all have understood the seismograph, all the keywords. Children, there are so many diagrams in this chapter which I want to tell you, like electroscope. See, these are the diagrams which you have to make it. This one, the accumulation of charges. This you have to make it in your classwork, fair copy. Then the lightning conductor. See, this is the lightning conductor, which you have to make it again. The structure of earth. This is also important. And this is a seismograph, a instrument or a device. You can see this is a pen, a pendulum having a pen, and this is a paper. The roller is or drum is rotating continuously, and the pen is creating a graph over it. So by the help of this graph, we can get this type of graph, and by the help of this graph record, we can predict, or the scientist will say anything about that particular earthquake. So hopefully you all have understood. So this is all the diagrams which you have to make it. And now the homework. So what will be the homework? So homework will be write the hard words and define the following terms of chapter 15. Define the following terms of chapter 15 in your science fair copy. Mean to say, you have to write down all these work, including these hard words, and define the following terms. So thank you for watching this video, children. Please do all the work in classwork copy regularly, so it will not create any burden on you. Thank you.